We look at there's three ways to circulize, if you will, or circulate waste, right? And you've heard already the term recycling and reuse, but there's a middle one, upcycling. And so the simple way to think about these three terms is if you take an object and you break it into three concepts. One is the composition of an object. What is it made from? So if I have a plastic cup, it would be made from plastic. Their recycling valorizes the composition. But the object is not just plastic granules in my hand, it has a form, right? And it's shaped as a cup. And that also costs money to produce. Upcycling is where you valorize the form and the composition, but not the intention of the product. Reuse, which is the highest level, is where you're valorizing all three things. You know, the idea of the product, its intention, its form, the shape, and its composition, because you just clean it and use it again. So our industrial design team really focuses on that middle vector, the upcycling vector, where they come up with the most amazing upcycled developments. And upcycled developments could be mass production. So it could be making 1 million backpacks from sewn together juice pouches, as we have, and selling them at Walmart, all the way to, like the Buffalo Bills example, these beautiful artistic deployments. Even our offices all over the world, every detail of them is made from upcycled waste. And we've had the privilege of working with amazing organizations like the Buffalo Bills all the way to the Super Bowl. We've even made every Olympic podium since the Tokyo Olympic Games in this fashion. In Tokyo, it was waste collected by the Japanese public to make their podium. In France, for example, for the Paris Games, which just happened, it was waste collected from the canals and rivers in the spirit of cleaning up the rivers so that the triathletes and others could swim in them. But what I love about upcycling, and this, our effectively, it's like our industrial art department, is it really shows the waste. Sometimes when you look at a recycled object, it takes a leap to understand that that's made from plastic gloves and cigarette butts and this, that, and the other. But when it's upcycled, it's really staring you in the face, and you really get a good sense of what it's all about. It's why we make all of our offices from upcycled waste, because you're just living inside the concept of that waste doesn't have to be wasted.
I love it. And really some of the pieces that I've seen that your team has created are just remarkably beautiful. And you
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
seems like such an oxymoron, beautiful waste, but
yeah.
it really speaks to the soul in a deep way to see some of those pieces. You mentioned all the some of the partnerships that you have, and I mean, your company is one of the most incredible collaborators I've ever seen. And I'd love to give you a chance to talk about some of the organizations you've partnered with to advocate for a circular economy, and
Yeah.
what would you consider some of the wins for TerraCycle in the advocacy arena?